Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy MG Nas, and I'm back again with another NFL YouTube video. Today, we got the NFL Week 2 picks and predictions. So make sure before we get into this video, hit that like button, comment down below your predictions for this week, turn on the post notification bell, and if you're new to the channel, I'd appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. And also, if you have other sports fans, if you can share out the channel. We're on the road to 100 subscribers, so I'd appreciate if you share it out. But nonetheless, the love is always appreciated, never taken for granted. So let's get right into this video. We got the first game of the week. We got the Browns versus the Bengals on Thursday Night Football. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what to think about this game. I mean, we got the Bengals who, if it wasn't for a missed field goal, could be in overtime. We could be talking about a completely different game. We got the Browns who just got dog walked. So I don't know who I'm gonna go for this one. You know what? I think I'm gonna go Bengals. Here. I think Joe Burrow gets his first career win. And I think I have the Bengals winning this one. I think they can upset the Browns. The Browns having a little bit of issues as far as in the locker room right now. Obviously on the field they didn't have the best chemistry either. So I got the Bengals sneaking a win against this one, and this could be bad for the Browns if they lose. Next we got the Bears versus the Giants. Give me the Chicago Bears winning that one. Honestly, bro, the Bears with a big win. Their defense didn't play up to expectations, but nonetheless, the Bears still got a big win, a comeback win. Mitch Trubisky looked great in the second half, but they are having contract issues with their starter receiver, Allen Robinson. So that is something to look for in the next few days. So if the Bears have Allen Robinson, I have them winning. And, I have the Bears either way. Whether they have Allen Robinson or not, I have the Bears winning. I think their defense will be too much for Daniel Jones, and I think like I said, their defense will be too much for Daniel Jones in that offense, and then the Giants' defense is just bad. I think David Montgomery goes off for about 95 to 100 yards, and that's how I have to see that one going. Next we got Bills versus the Dolphins. This is a division rival matchup. Give me the Bills all day. I think the Bills have another great game. Josh Allen last game had one of the best games of his career. I think he'll back up that career record game with another great game against the Miami Dolphins. I think they will have control throughout most of the game, and I think Stefon Diggs will continue to get more involved in the offense as the weeks go. And I think none other than have Stefon Diggs' breakout game with the Bills against the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins actually don't have a bad defense, but they're not the best, and I think this is a matchup that the Bills very well win. Next, we got the Falcons versus the Cowboys. This game is going to be at AT&T Stadium, the Cowboys home opener. You got the Atlanta Falcons who last week with a loss to the Seahawks. Russell Wilson just tore up that defense. Now, this week will Dallas do the same? I think they will. I think the Dallas Cowboys will win 27-24. It's gonna be a really close game. I can see this game potentially going into overtime. You got two great offenses. The Falcons with Matt Ryan, Todd Gurley, Julio Jones, and Calvin Ridley. Then you got Dallas with Dak, Zeke, Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, and CeeDee Lamb. So you got a good big offensive matchup. Both defenses are questionable. On Dallas, you seen what happened to them. They just got ran all over. Obviously, Dallas probably could have won the game if it wasn't for the controversial call. But I have the Dallas. I have them winning this game. I have them going 1-1, and that's what I have for that one. Next, we got the Eagles. My Eagles versus the LA Rams. I don't know, man. Like, you got the Rams coming off of a big win versus the Cowboys, an upset win. They ran all over them. I don't think they'll do that to us. Even though our defensive line is a little bit injured, but I still think we can hold it down. We usually do good against Sean McVay, but then again, it's like I don't know. I can't guarantee that for sure. It's like this is gonna be a hard game for us, man. Because if we play like how we did last game, we're gonna lose. But I think we're gonna come out with the win, 24-20. I think this is gonna be a close one. I think we pull off our first win of the season It's also our home opener of the year at the link with no fans, unfortunately, to the situations. But nonetheless, we still we I think we still pull off a win. Next, we have the Vikings versus the Colts. The Colts, who disappointed last week against the Jaguars, who I thought was going to be the worst team in the league this year. Obviously, they proved me wrong. Then you got the Vikings, who got dog walked by the Packers last week. I mean, the Vikings, dude, they like, bro, like what happened, dude? Like, all of a sudden the game comes on. 20 minutes later, Aaron Rodgers is just having a field day. The Vikings, their secondary is so young, and it will only get better. But right now, they're not looking good. But they still will get the win because of the Indianapolis Colts being the Indianapolis Colts. Marlon Mack is out for the year. Then you got Philip Rivers, who looked horrible last game. So I think the Vikings can pull off this one, man, and I think the Vikings win by a margin of 10 points. Next, we got the Packers and Lions. The Lions, man, coming off of an almost win if it wasn't for a catch by DeAndre Swift. You also got the Packers, who came off of a great division win. So this is gonna be a good matchup. This sets up to be a great matchup. I think the Packers pull it off, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Vikings sneak an upset. Remember last year, these teams play. It was, if it weren't for a controversial call on Trey Flowers, maybe the Lions split with the Packers last year. But nonetheless, the Packers will pull this one off, in my opinion. And I think man, I just think the Vikings, man, uh, they came, like I said, they came off of I'm sorry, not the Vikings. The Packers came off of a big win against the Vikings. I think they continue with that winning streak and go 2-0 to start off and lead the AFC. I'm sorry, the NFC North. Next, I have the Jags and the Titans. You got a division rival. The Jags coming off of a big win. The Titans coming off of a field goal win. Obviously, the Titans have the kicker issues right now with Steven Gostowski. Mike Vrabel said he still is the kicker, so he won't cut him. Then you have the Jags with a big win last year. I feel like last week was a coming out party for Laviska Shenault, the rookie receiver out of Colorado. So, I mean, the Jags, they showed last week that they had weapons, and they got a big win last week against the Colts, who not a lot of people expected them to win. But I think that all ends here with the Tennessee Titans going in there, that good defense that they have with the addition of Clowney, and then you got Derrick Henry, who, even though he didn't have a highlight reel game last week, he still had a productive game. I think he had about 90 to 100 yards. I don't remember the stat line exactly, but Derrick Henry did have a good game nonetheless. Now you got the Panthers versus the Buccaneers. I think, man, the Panthers played a really good game last week against Las Vegas. I think that was a really tight game, really close game. If it wasn't for Josh Jacobs, the Panthers could have won. But I think the Panthers take another L here. I think Brady and the Bucks get their first dub of the year. I think they start to figure game things out by game two with the Brady and the Buccaneers era. And I think, man, like I said, I think they start to pick things up from here. And hopefully I'm right, because if the Buccaneers can pick things up, they can be scary and they could be a fun team to watch. So that's a good game to watch right there. Then you got the Ravens versus the Texans. Give me the Ravens all day. The way the Texans looked last week, they might not even be a playoff team. I don't feel like I have to explain myself right here, so I'll just move on to the next one. Now you got a division matchup in the AFC West, the Chiefs versus the Chargers. And this is gonna be a good one, man. It's gonna be a good one. You got the Chargers defense versus the Chiefs offense. I like, when I say it's gonna be a good game. I don't think the Chargers have a chance to win, but like I said, that defense versus that offense will be an interesting matchup to look at as far as that. But I think the Chiefs do come out on top, as a lot of people think the Chiefs will come out on top. And I think the Chiefs win by 10, but like I said, that offense versus that defense is going to be a good matchup to see, especially when it's the division rival. So, it's going to be a fun matchup there. Then you got the Patriots on Sunday Night Football playing the Seattle Seahawks. You got history behind this game, the 1 yard line. That's what everyone remembers in this game. The Patriots, man, they look good. Cam Newton looked like his old self. He looked like the Cam that he looked like a Cam that that'll get out the pocket. His shoulder look okay. But you also got the Seahawks with Russell Wilson just went ballistics last game. I mean, you talk about over 300 passing yards, about 4 touchdowns, I think. And then he like Russell Wilson, man. This man is a baller, shot caller. And then like I said, you got the Patriots with Cam looking back the way he's looking. I really don't know who to choose in this one, but I am gonna right now go with Seattle, and I have them winning by about 7. Like I said, game it's really a good matchup when you think about it. So I'm excited to see this on Sunday Night Football. And then on Monday Night Football, the last game of the week, we had the Saints versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Give me the upset of the week. This is my upset of the week. The Las Vegas Raiders will take the W, man. With the Michael Thomas being out for a few weeks, you got basically Emmanuel Sanders on the receiving core, and it's a bunch of number 3s on that roster. And then with the Raiders, with the way Josh Jacobs looked last week, I know Henry Ruggs is out, but even known Hans Aguilar did pretty well last week. So, I mean, I think Josh Jacobs will carry this team into a 17-10 win over the Saints. Drew Brees didn't look all that impressive last game, but you also got to put in the fact that Alvin Kamara is there, but I don't think that will matter. I mean, Vegas, like I said, Josh Jacobs looked great last week. He carried them last week, and if he can continue to do that, I believe he will upset the Saints. But like I said, that game could go either way, so I do not know. But that was my 2020 Week 2 NFL picks and predictions, so you can drop yours down in the comments. And I want to give a huge shout out to my podcast. That will be in a link into the description. Me and my 2 friends, B. Christensen and Isaiah Faithful, we do a podcast together where we basically talk sports for about 30 minutes. So if you want to extend it, sports talk with me and some other guys in it, that's the place to go right there. We talk about other things. We can talk about NBA, NFL. It's more NBA on the podcast. My friend Isaiah is a Lakers fan, so I'll drop their YouTube links also in the description so you can go subscribe to them. But nonetheless, it's your boy MG Nas. The Underrated Tour continues. I appreciate all the love and support. Hit the like, comment, subscribe, and share button. It's your boy MG Nas, and until next time, the Underrated Tour continues, and I'm out. Peace.